Hi friends, welcome back to Testing Tutorials Point. This is Lokesh Gorantla and today we are going to discussing about how to install and set up for Gauge and Taiko tools in our automation. Okay. For this, what are the things is required? Okay. First, Gauge, then Taiko and VS Code. I'm using for VS Code. Basically, I'm TypeScript I'm going to use. Okay. These three things we required. Okay. For Gauge, right? If you search with the gauge.org, then it can comes to here. Click on documentations. Okay. And here there is installation location. Okay. Click on here and you can see right. Choose setup for this and which is the basically you need. Okay. Windows based upon that exe it will comes. Okay. And then click on here. Okay. It will give you for installation setup one. Okay. Once you download the specific file, I'll make file. Okay, installation. Once installation, you can choose for based upon the programming language. Then you can give it will give you for Windows installer exe. Then once you click that particular exe, double click, these two pop-ups will come. One after that, click for more and then run anyway. Okay, then you will get for next and you can see for this acceptance or agreement. Okay, once you agreement it will comes to here, no need to choose for anything. Okay, these are the programs once you install then only we can do it. Okay, not required to do yourself. Then click on next and if you want to change the folder location, choose the folder location and click next. Okay, once you click it will comes to here. Okay, wait for that and finish it. Okay, once it is finished, your installation got successful. Once it is successful, then open for CMD and then use for gauge space hyphen V, not hyphen hyphen, just hyphen V. Once it is there, then it will provide you for this version. Okay, and default it will JavaScript only, and the script and HTML report plugins automatically install while installing this one. Okay, once you're done, go to any folder location, create a folder. Okay, I'm creating for, yeah, this is a gauge project is there. Okay, open VS Code. Okay, once open the VS Code, that specific project folder you have to, like you can see right, open folder, you can go to that particular folder and choose it. Okay, once you comes to here, there is one more plugin called you have to use for npm install hyphen g. Okay, and at the rate space at the rate get gauge slash CLI. Okay, and then enter. Once you enter, it will install into your location. Okay, this particular folder section by background it will goes. Okay, don't worry about all. Okay, and then you need to install for gauge init JS. I'm using for JavaScript. Okay, because of that I'm going to choose that one. Okay, and it will install all that entire folder structure and everything. Okay, you can see right the folder structure it is there, environment files and then specs and tests it is there. Okay, by default it will provide you for some code also. Okay, if you see here the path and everything it is provided. Okay, by default Taiko will be taken. Okay, you can run and see that. code also. Okay. Once it is completed, we can run. This is default. It will take backend as a Taiko. Okay. If you see run latest versions, dependency Taiko latest version. Default whenever you initiated, this Taiko template will be initiated. Okay. Not required to install for additional also. Okay. Now how to run? See, before running, if I show for, we saw, right, while introduction time, I told you that, right, the simple language. See here, they mention single hash. This is called a future. Okay, that's called as a future. And you can directly write anything, it will take it. Okay, and it will ask you to execute also here. Okay, and here you can see a star is basically a step. Okay, if you see here, there are two hashes that is called as a scenario. Remaining all are steps. There is no given when, and there is a table format also there. Okay, we have a table format of data receiving, right, from scenario outline. Okay, similar format here also there is a concepts. Okay, we can see, and here is the implementation. Okay, opening for that particular one, you can see, go to right, open browser, screenshot, checkbox, list, to list. These are based upon your requirement, you need to use it. Here there is a default, it will give you for all the things. Okay, see here, headless, by default it will be a true. Okay, because Teco, if you want to run, it will be headless mode. Okay, how to run? For the run, a gauge space a run, and we need to run for specs slash example spec slash example dot spec. Okay, there is no ts, just a spec, because here it is a spec. Okay, once you run this one, you can see, now you can see everything it is doing. It's done. Everything it is done, right? You can see it is given for pass. Okay, executed and pass. By default, we already discussed, right? It will give you for report as well. There is a report folder section and HTML report. And if you click this one, you can see it will be green. Okay, if it is something it is failed, it is in the failed section. It will give you for the percentage and success rate and what time it is run and which date it is run. Okay, the project name and everything it will be provided based upon the project name. Like here you are providing the project, right? Based upon that particular project, it will be created. Okay, the simplest way, it will create that HTML report as well. Okay, a simplest way of install and running. Okay, next session we can see how to create a few spec, and inside that how to give a simple example program and all. We can see into the next video session. Okay, thank you for watching, and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.